As you listened to Colleen's very authentic self reflection, you probably thought, that's not me. I teach my children to be respectful of all people and that all lives matter. Inadvertently, you have cognitively acknowledged that race matters. Think about it. If the assumption is accurate that all lives matter, then you would not have to express the need for them to treat everyone the same. Did I lose you? If so, I'm going to recite another person's content on the subject matter, then share a role-playing scenario with you to get an intimate conversation started with those close to you. The article is entitled, Nobody is Born a Racist. She says, as I was sitting down in the comfort of my own home, browsing Facebook, I came across this image of three children hugging, two black and one white. Then it hit me. Black, white, label. Why do we have to put a label on everything we see? Why can't we just accept each other as we are? We are all human. We all have a heart. We all have a soul. Sometimes we tend to point our fingers at those who discriminate others based on color, religion, sexual orientation, culture, etc. When if we look within, we may be discriminating without even realizing it. I never saw black people as inferior or different than me. In fact, I always make it a point to have a smile on my face ready for every single person, child, and animal that I come across with every single day, with the aim to spread love and happiness to all. Then I realized that even by mentioning the term black people, I am automatically suggesting differences, which shouldn't be. I'm writing this post today to share with all of you what I have realized today. If we yearn for change within the way we perceive others, we shouldn't wait for others to change, but we should work for our own perception on the matter. We cannot keep labeling people as white, black, Christian, Muslim, gay, etc. We are all one. We are all one and the same. We all have feelings, and we all have the ultimate goal to make the most out of our lives. Children are not born racists. It is up to us mothers, fathers, guardians to teach our children to treat each other in the same way they want themselves to be treated, no matter who they are or what they look like. We shouldn't just wait for the world to change. We must be the change. It starts with each and every one of us. As usual, my guides gave me a beautiful song to go with the subject I'm blogging about today. It was back in January 28th, 1985, when over 35 very talented performers got together to create this beautiful masterpiece, We Are the World. Think about how better the world will be when we all finally join hands and work towards a better life for all. We are all one. Let's make magic together. Let us all light up our hearts, guided by the compassion we all have within us, and reach out to all our brothers and sisters, creating strong bridges, heart to heart. Aligning with the author's perspective, I encourage every parent to begin an open and honest dialogue on human-race relations with their children, those who visit, or even out in the community, and also other adults. Here's an example of how a discussion can go. Listen, in this country, race mattered. It determined who were enslaved, who were free, who were property owners, who worked the property, who got beaten, tortured, and lynched, and who did the beatings, torturing, and lynchings. Unfortunately, due to the perpetual systemic inequalities that has continued for centuries, Black Americans, Native Americans, Asian Americans, Latino Americans, and other minority groups in this country have some of the worst living conditions considering how abundant we are as a nation. Our resources are plentiful, but our mindset has become desensitized to a point where we as a society are blaming the oppressed for their oppressive conditions as if they enjoy being treated unequal and receive little or no resources to provide a decent life for their families as we have for our families. Yeah, there has been some changes in the last 70 plus years. It has improved the lives of others that don't look like us, but surely not as much as what needs to be improved. Son, daughter, friend, we're talking 3 centuries of socioeconomic disparity. Guys, what we can do is that we can acknowledge our awareness that race did matter in our past and still does matter in how different people are treated. We can educate that color blindness as it relates to human and race relations is a myth that allows us to feel comfortable not engaging in cross-cultural issues. We can publicly speak out when we see or hear any type of racial or cultural discrimination going on. We can join a cause that promotes diversity, value, and inclusion. We can also create our own group to re-educate on authentic human and race relations, where we are able to openly discuss color blindness, cognitive dissonance, microaggressions, and other reasons we have remained silent as a group of allies. With you guys educating and being positive examples of justice and fairness with your group, and we adults publicly doing the same, we will make this world a better place where all are treated with the highest respect, dignity, fairness, and most of all, value. By having that type of a conversation and dialogue, guys, we can get the ball rolling because it does start with each one of us. Each one of us can have some type of accountability to make this country great, period.